Well, hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Thursday night to everybody. My name is Jeff Street. I want to welcome you to the live here tonight. I teach people how to make money from home online. And, some of you guys that, watch my different lives, you're like, he's somewhere different here tonight. What's up with all the flowers? I invaded my wife's office here tonight. And that's actually part of our discussion this evening is being able to go out and change your environment. I see my wife. I'm in her office right now. I've been, working here for a little bit here today, just to switch it up and to do something different. And if anybody's like, "What's all the flowers all about?" For those of you that didn't know, my wife just hit the promotion of regional vice president just a handful of days ago. So we've been having flowers coming to the house from everywhere. Man, I am so proud of my wife. But sometimes it's so important just to switch it up a little bit. For me, I remember, I guess it was 21 years ago when I was 20 years old, the last time that I had a job. I've been self-employed for the last 20 years, but I remember having a job and actually being in a cubicle. Like, it's almost crazy to even think about that now, but I remember being in a cubicle and being confined to those same being confined to those same walls all day and never having different scenery. The only time I left my cubicle was to go to the restroom or go to lunch. And other than that, I was just there. And being in that same place all the time was something that was so draining. One of the many benefits of being an entrepreneur is obviously being able to work from wherever you want to work. And so even though we're home-based business owners and I've got my office and my wife has her office, if I just stay in my home office all the time, there's something about the different energy that you get just from switching it up and doing something different. So a lot of times I'll go out on my deck, and just make calls from the deck, look at the water. Sometimes I'll just be walking around the yard, making phone calls. Sometimes it's, hanging out in the dining room or hanging out in the kitchen. And, sometimes for my wife and I, it's like, hey, let's switch offices for a little bit. You work in my office, I'll work in yours. And just changing the environment sometimes just gives you a whole different level of energy. And when your energy changes, a lot of times your results change. But since I'm in my wife's office tonight, I thought there was a great lesson that I could share with everybody, from, my wife's office. And if you look here, it's actually a picture of my wife speaking in front of an arena. I believe it was actually San Jose, California, in that particular picture where my wife was doing a training, speaking in front of thousands and thousands of people in an arena. All eyes on her. And some people look at the picture and they might be thinking to themselves like, well, she's got a picture of herself behind her. She must really, really be high on herself. But the reason why that picture is there, I believe, is such a valuable lesson for everybody. It's a reminder to my wife of who she is. Because who'd agree in anything that we do, there's going to be good days and bad days, right? And sometimes, no matter what we do, sometimes we forget the power of who we are. And 8 years ago, when my wife first got started in this business, the idea of her ever speaking in front of an arena of 10,000 plus people was so far from the realm of possibility that she had for herself that it was almost inconceivable. But she had personal growth, self-development. It's funny, I'm here in my wife's office and there's leadership books literally all over the place in my wife's office, just literally everywhere in her office. I'm seeing all kinds of different leadership books and different things that she's reading and different things she's working on herself. And for 8 years, after pouring in personal growth and self-development, she started to become the leader that people wanted to follow. And as she became that leader, all of a sudden, her results started going through the roof where people wanted to have her train and speak and teach and coach literally in front of 10,000 plus people in an arena. So for her, it's a constant reminder that she sees every day of how far she's come, who she's become over the last 8 years. So let me ask you this. All of us are in different stages of whatever our businesses are, whatever it is that we're doing in life. But I know that there's something you've accomplished that makes you damn proud of yourself. Whether it's a college diploma, whether it's a high school diploma, whether it's a picture of you winning a championship, whether it's a medal or an award that you received. I know that there's something that you've done that if you can look at it every day is going to remind you how great that you are. Because here's what I know. God did not put any one of us on this earth just to be mediocre. He did not put any one of us on this earth just to go out and be average. You're a champion, and I appreciate you being on this webinar tonight. And if there's something that I said here this evening that moved you, that you got something from, hit the share button if you think that somebody else can benefit from what we talked about tonight. You know, my purpose is to impact people and to go out and make a difference. That's what it's all about. I see Marianne Ramos on the line here tonight. Marianne, great to connect with you. It's been a while. I was just messaging back and forth with Mike just the other day. So you guys are amazing people, and I know you know what it's all about to visualize. I know you guys are students of personal growth and self-development, and I encourage everybody else to do the same thing. Always continue to work on you. And what I'd love to have you do, drop a comment in the comment section tonight. What's an achievement that you've had? What's something incredible that you can do? Drop that comment as a reminder to yourself tonight of who you are, of how powerful you are, and I'll look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's discussion. But again, everybody, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online. This concludes tonight's discussion. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Signing off from my wife's office with all these pretty flowers. Have a great night, everybody.